Hi, this is Aditi,
Hi, this is Kanika,
and welcome to another edition of Counsel & Co.
presented by the Bar Bulletin.
So today we're touching upon a topic and a judgment which you've heard a lot about recently.
Right. If you've been hearing the words Supreme Court, the regulations, stay, UGC, and caste, well, today is your day to find out what they've all been talking about.
So what exactly is this controversy regarding? The controversy is surrounding the University Grants Commission Regulations 2026, which were notified on 13 January 2026.
Right. So let's simplify that further. What is UGC? It is the commission that coordinates and monitors the standards of higher education in universities in our country.
Now, the 2026 regulations superseded the 2012 regulations, which were passed pursuant to the directions of the Honorable Supreme Court in the case of Abida Salim Tadvi versus Union of India. This was a case of two tragic suicidal deaths of students, allegedly due to caste discrimination in higher educational institutions.
Right, and the real heart of the controversy is a Regulation 3C, which defines caste-based discrimination as discrimination only on the basis of caste or tribe against members of scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and other backward classes.
So, this definition was challenged before the Supreme Court in a petition filed by Mrityunjay Tiwari. The main argument was this, that the definition itself is very exclusionary. It protects only certain categories, potentially leaving out the general category of students from a similar recourse. So, the petitioner's argument was very simple. Caste discrimination doesn't necessarily flow unidirectionally. One cannot say that caste discrimination will not affect non-reserved or general category of students.
Right. But why the controversy? Because after all, there were earlier regulations existing which also had a caste-based discrimination defined in them. Well, the real change this time is the inclusion of OBCs in the definition of caste-based discrimination.
Another contention that was raised was the absence of a mechanism to penalize cases of false complaints being filed. So the petitioner's argument again was very simple. The regulations were creating a certain kind of imbalance.
Right, because the regulations provided very, very strict consequences for a complaint of caste-based discrimination, including serving a prison sentence. However, it did not provide any consequence for filing a false complaint. Another argument that was then raised was that there was no need for having this narrow definition of caste-based discrimination because the regulations under Regulation 3E defined discrimination in a very wide way, where it provided for discrimination on the basis of religion, race, gender, place of birth, or any of them. And thus, it was stated that there was no need for having a narrower definition of the same.
Another issue that was highlighted was the fact that ragging as a form of discrimination was not mentioned in the regulations. An example was taken where a high caste student is being ragged by students from OBC communities. He files a complaint. In retaliation, students of the OBC communities may file or allege a false complaint of caste discrimination. In a certain sense, the regulations could be creating a hierarchical victimhood.
Right. Another issue with the regulations, as was flagged by the Supreme Court itself during the hearing, was that they did not take into account intra-caste discrimination. That basically means the most backward classes within the scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and OBCs who often get the worst end of the stick and are not being dealt with in these regulations.
So the Supreme Court stayed the 2026 regulations prima facie on the basis that they suffer from ambiguities and there's a potential of misuse.
Right. The Supreme Court has tagged the matter with the already pending petition of Salim Tadvi and has kept the matter for hearing, and in the meanwhile has stayed the regulations, and also in exercise of its powers under Article 142 has revived the old 2012 regulations, which are now prevailing for the time being.
The Supreme Court has also framed 5 questions of law which will be kept for the next hearing.
Right. As this case goes for arguments, it will definitely lead to certain interesting constitutional law arguments, with both sides relying on the theory of fundamental rights, with the petitioners basically alleging violation of their right to equality under Article 14 and 15.1, and the supporters of the regulations citing Article 15.3 and 15.4, which enables the state to make regulations and rules to help the backward classes.
It's also an interesting political play over here. It's a balancing act which is going on, where on one hand you have the OBC vote bank, and on the other hand, high caste supporters.
Right. Usually we leave you with a joke, but considering we're in 2026 and still discussing caste, we thought it might not be appropriate. However, we have this to say.
Don't forget to keep your briefs sharp and your humor sharper. Till we meet you in the next time.